Okay. Have you ever found yourself struggling to find something to do at a party, a family get-together, or even when outside? Well, I'm going to fix that by teaching you guys how to play cornhole. So I'm going to show you guys some of my credibility here. I've been playing this game a lot of my life with my family and through family get-togethers and fundraisers and tournaments and stuff. So I'm just going to pass down what I've learned and what I know to you guys. So, cornhole is a great game to get you off the couch and have fun. Not to mention it's so simple and easy. So I'm going to go over a few things I'm going to go over for my speech, and I'm going to go over the requirements and the rules, the types of tosses that I like to use and other people like to use, and the things you could do to make the game more interesting. So, alright, first off, you need two boards like so. They're generally going to be 27 feet apart across from each other, and you want 8 bags, but it doesn't really matter how many bags you have. You need 2 to 4 people with 2 teams, and when you're playing, you're going to toss the bag. So you toss it, and I put it on the board. It's going to be 1 point for on the board. But if I were to get the bag inside the hole, then it would be 3 points. So that's the scoring part of the game. Now, if I have someone, my opponent is going to be shooting across from me, right next to me, and what's going to happen is every time I shoot and I get points, our points are going to cancel each other out. So if I get one bag on the board, it's going to be 1 point. And if my opponent would get a bag on the board, then that would be 1 point. So it would be 0 points because they cancel each other out. But say my opponent got a bag in the hole, which is 3 points, and I only got 1 point, he would get 2 points for his team in the end after all the bags are tossed. So, and lastly, when you're tossing, you always want, when you take your step to toss, you always want to toss behind the board so that you're not cheating, getting too close. Alright, so I'm going to go over my first toss. This is my personal favorite. It's called the pinch toss. So I literally grab it like this and just like pinch it. And then you want to, the idea of this toss is to have a good arc, and it's more aim, if anything. So when you aim and you shoot, and like when you put the arc on, it sticks better. So that's the pinch toss. Now the next toss, it's called the spin toss. You kind of just place it in your hand, but when you shoot, the idea is to make it spin so it'll slide more on the board. So the idea is that when it slides, it'll slide into the hole. So you toss and put some spin on it. I mean, that was a bad example because I didn't put it in, but you know what I mean. And the last toss is the crunch toss. That's what I like to call it. And you literally just grab it any way you want and just crunch it up. And it's actually kind of effective. I've seen some pretty good players use this crunch toss and they've done well. So you just grab it and toss it. See, like so. Just put it in there. So, and the game's so simple. Now I'm going to go on to ideas that can make the game more interesting. So like I said, generally you're supposed to play with the boards 27 feet apart. But if it's too hard or it's too easy, you can shorten the boards, the length, or you can make it longer to make the game harder. Other ideas you can do that my family and my wrestling team did in high school is we'd have fundraisers and have cornhole tournaments for the school. So when we did that, it would raise money, it'd bring people together, and we'd have like 80 to 100 people playing cornhole. It was a lot of fun. So you could do that. And lastly, obviously you can play a drinking game, drink with it, but to make it a little more difficult, but make sure you're doing it responsibly, obviously. So now I've taught you everything you need to know about cornhole. Now you can be the cool person at the party teaching people how to play it. In conclusion, the game is a great way to get outside and have fun. The rules are simple, the tosses are fun, and you can always change the game a little to have fun. Now that I showed you guys how to play, you are now my proteges. Let's see if one of you can beat me.
Good job, Zane.
Good job, Zane.
Thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Hey, if your teacher asks you
So,
to take
can
free
I be your
shirt, give him
protege?
He's over here in a red cup, like a solo cup, like, wonder what's in there.
No problem.